Now keep subheading selection statements. Selection statements under that if else. Keep subheading selection statements if else. Selection statements if else. If else. Okay. Now there are just two conclusions related to the if else. Just observe this small thing. So what is the syntax for if else? Now at this stage not required to discuss, but still for the sake of syllabus let me cover. What the syntax of if else? If some boolean condition. If some boolean condition, action if B is true. Next, else this is the action if B is false. Are you getting? So a simple syntax for if else is nothing but like you should have clarity, right? Are you able to understand? So this is. Now can you tell what is the argument to this if? Compulsory this argument should be what type? Should be what type? Boolean type. Should be Boolean type. Okay, take this part. Syntax. If of B should be Boolean type. Next, action if B is true. Next, else action if B is false. Action if B is false. Action if B is false. Completed, I hope. Next, make sure here legend this one. Compulsory the argument should be Boolean type. By mistake, if you are trying to provide any other type, compile time error by default you are going to get. Are you getting? The argument to the if statement should be what type? Boolean. If we are trying to provide any other type, compile time error we will get. Okay, add. The argument to the if statement. The argument to the if statement should be Boolean type. The argument to the if statement should be Boolean type. Should be Boolean type. By mistake, if we are trying to provide, any other type, then we will get compile time error. By mistake, if you are trying to provide any other type, then we will get compile time error. Okay, here just observe, based on this small point, there may be a chance to ask in the exam what are various possibilities, right? Point is the small, but observe the options. Here see this point well. Sir, I am taking class test. Here just have a look once very clearly. Here see, point is the very small point. Int x is equal to 0. Sir, int x is equal to 0 if of x system.out.println of hello, else system.out.println of hi, else SOP of hi. Can you tell is the code, what is the output we are going to get? What is the output we will get? So do you know, most of the people are going to fail. Sir, int x is a 0, if of x, if of 0 means false. False means else what is going to execute, high is the answer. Like if you are coming from C or C++ background, so 0 means false, 1 means true, such type of terminology there. but in Java, no such type of terminology. Here see, so if is always expecting what type? Boolean type. But in the place of Boolean, what thing we provided? Int. That's why immediately compile time error we are going to get here. What is that error? Incompatible types. Incompatible types found int required. Found int but required Boolean. Found int but required Boolean. I hope you aware. You know, in old languages like C or C++, this one is the valid, high is the answer there. But in Java, no such type of terminology, right? Now, next one, listen. Sir, I am taking int x is equal to 10. Int x is equal to 10. If of, sir, x is the 20. If of x is the 20 or not? SOP of, hello, else SOP of high. Can you tell what the answer now? Hello or high? Hello or high? Ayo, make sure. Most of the people are going to feel, sir, actually the 10 and 20 both are not equal. Not equal, what is going to execute? High is the answer. Compiler will give left and right. What the reason is? Int x is equal to 10. Now, here, am I performing comparison or assignment? Assignment. Sir, actually the 10. Now onwards actually will become 20. Now onwards actually will become 20. If of 20, if of x means what? 20. If of 20, if never expects a 20, that's why immediately compatible error you are going to get same error. Incompatible time found int required Boolean. So make sure compulsory we should aware whether we are using assignment operator or comparison operator. Here is it assignment or comparison? Assignment, right? Okay, clear. Next, third example, let me take. Sir, int x is equal to 10. Int x is equal to 10. If of x double equal to 20. Oh, comparison, x double equal to 20. System dot out dot println of hello else system dot out dot println of high, like I'm taking. Can you tell what the answer we are going to get? So 10 and 20 both are equal or not equal? Not equal. Both are not equal means else part is going to execute. That's why what output by default we are going to get, high itself is the answer. I hope any explanation is required. Okay, this is now next one. Make sure assignment here but comparison is here. You should have clarity, right? Okay, like next one, take special care. Sir, Boolean B is equal to so true I am taking. Boolean B is equal to true. If of B is equal to false. If of B is equal to false. Sir, if of B is equal to false, system dot out dot println hello next else system dot out dot println of high. Can you tell what the answer we will get? Hello or high or compile time error? Make sure whether I used comparison operator or assignment operator. Assignment operator. So can I get compile time error or not? Assignment operator, man. Can I get compile time error? Make sure. Here saying Boolean B is a true. Now onwards B value will become false. If of B, if of false, is there any syntactical mistake? No, because if is always expecting what? Boolean. Whether you are using assignment or comparison, not important for me. At the end, you have to provide Boolean argument. Are you getting? After assignment, B value will become false. If of B is nothing but if of false. If of false means which thing will be executed? Else part. So that's why what is the output by default we are going to get is high. Are you getting value? Even though it is assignment, no problem at all, because after assignment the result is always what type? Boolean type only. That's why itself is valid. Now last one, Boolean B is equal to false. I am taking Boolean B is equal to false if of B double equal to false. And a comparison, if of B double equal to false, system dot out dot println hello else system dot out dot println hi I am taking is nothing but like. Can you tell what the answer we will get? Hello or hi or comparative method? Hello, because false and false both are equal or not? Equal. If both are equal, what is the result? True. If of true means hello is the answer by default we are going to get. Are you getting? So point is very simple. The argument to if statement should be Boolean type. Based on that, how many options are there to ask the question for the exam? Make sure you should aware. Are you getting? Especially dangerous thing is nothing but this one. By overlook, most of the people are going to fail. Sir, 10 under 20 both are not equal. That's why high is the answer we are going to get. Whether we are using assignment operator or comparison operator, compulsory we should have clear clarity. Is it clear for all of you? Right? Okay. Take all. Take first one, second, third like. Take all. Int x is equal to 10. If of x SOP of hello, next else SOP of hi. Next comparative method we are going to get incompatible types, found int required boolean. Incompatible types found int required boolean like. Completed, I hope. Next, even in the second case also we are going to get the same. Int x is equal to 10. If of x double equal to 20, SOP of hello, else SOP of hi. SOP of hello, else SOP of hi. Completed, right? Next, third one, SOP of hello, else part is nothing but hi. So the argument to the if statement should be Boolean type. Based on that, just the possibility to ask the question, you people should aware clearly, right? Hi. Next, last one is nothing but hello. Completed, right? These are various things what you people should aware. SOP of hello, SOP of highlight. Clear, right? Hi followed by hello. Completed. Now, listen this point also well. Okay. Second conclusion, a bit very important conclusion, right? Take special care. For most of the people, it may be new point. Take special care. Now, more concentration must be required. Can you tell in the if else, is else part mandatory or optional? Optional. Else is optional. And the curly braces are mandatory or optional? Optional. Correct or not? So else part is optional. Curly braces also optional. But without curly braces, how many statements we can take under if? Only one statement. Correct or not? Okay, this is. Make sure. Here only twist is there. Take special care. Sir, I am taking if of true. If of true. Without curly braces. SOP of hello like I am taking. Valid or not? Don't think too much. Valid or invalid? Valid. Happily, what is the output we are going to get? Hello is the answer. Now, if of true, semicolon. Valid or invalid? If of true, semicolon. Valid or invalid? This one, 100% pakka valid. Because semicolon is a valid Java statement. We can take semicolon any number of times. So, of course, if of true, semicolon got executed, which is also known as empty statement. Semicolon, because of semicolon execution, which output we are going to get? No output, right? But it's a valid, no problem at all, valid Java statement. So, if of true, semicolon got executed, which won't provide any output. Okay, this is. Next one, if of true. Okay. The people who attended already be silent so that the remaining people can think much. Okay. If of true, int x is equal to 10. Valid or invalid? Ayyo. How? Because I used the statement, old students don't tell. Valid or invalid? Huh? Valid or invalid? Valid. Valid. Huh? Valid or invalid? Valid. Okay, good. Here I am taking if of true, curly brace open, int x is equal to 10. Is it valid or not? If of true, curly brace open, int x is equal to 10. Valid or invalid? This one is nothing, man? Yeah. 100% pakka this one is valid. Sir, if it is valid, automatically this one? Yeah? Universal rules you should not break. If the second one is the valid, automatically first one is? Valid or invalid? Good. If I can take like this, compiler will give? Compiler will give left and right. Compile time method by default we are going to get. Make sure you people should aware clearly, right? Okay. So this one, is it valid or invalid? Invalid. First I will show, otherwise you may not believe, and then we will think about what is the reason for that. Okay. First have a look once. I will execute all. Here just observe. Sir, class test public static void main. So this part is not there. Class test public static void main. Now if of true I am taking, and system.out.println of hello is nothing but like I am taking. First one, is it valid or not? Valid, no problem at all. First one, the code compiles fine. Next, the Java test I am taking. Valid or not? Valid. Hello is the answer. Sir, if of true, semicolon, that's all. I don't want to take this one. Sir, semicolon is a valid Java statement. We can take any number of semicolons, no problem at all. Is it valid or not? valid, but what is the output by default we are going to get is a nothing but no output, empty statement, no output, right? So if you want just here I am taking semicolon, 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 right? Of course, if already completed, in the remaining semicolon, semicolon, is it valid or not? Perfectly, okay? Make sure is a nothing but like no output, of course valid itself is a nothing but like. Now just the cross check here, int x is equal to 10 I am taking, valid or invalid? Int x is equal to 10, valid or invalid? 100% pakka, invalid, compile method we are going to get. Just observe this one. Sir, dot class expected, not a Java statement, not a statement. Sir, illegal start of expression like, is nothing but, sir, semicolon expected like, is nothing but like. There are several compile errors we are going to get. Even compiler is also getting shocked to understand this line. Okay, 4 errors it is, all possible errors. Not statement, not a statement, illegal start of expression like. Sir, whenever I am taking curly brace open, and the curly brace close. Whenever I am taking curly brace open and close, is it valid or not? We covered already. So 100% pakka, valid. Or the output, we are not printing anything. That's why no output, right? Okay, this same. So here, can you please cross check? Is it valid or invalid, Anna? Invalid. Now I show practically, right? Now your doubt here, sir, why this one is the invalid? Seems to be very innocent, perfectly valid, right? What is the internal reason for that? Without the curly braces, we can take only one statement under if, which should not be declarative statement. Make sure. Sir, this rule not only applicable for if. Next we are going to discuss while statement. While curly braces are optional. Without curly braces, under while, only one statement is allowed, which should not be declarative statement. Wherever curly braces optional, then this rule is there. Make sure. Sir, what is the reason? Why? Internally, what is the reason for that? Simple, Anna. Legend the internal reason. Sir, I am taking if of x or if of b, true or false something. Sir, if I am taking int x is equal to 10. Can you tell what is this variable? It is a local variable of which block? If block. Where we can use? Only within the block, because it is under if. Only within the if we can use. Is it possible to use outside? No, we can't. Is it possible to use outside? No. So it is a local variable, because within in this block only we can use. Suppose if I am not taking curly braces, then if a block contain how many statements? Only one statement. If I am not taking curly braces, if a block contain how many statements? Only one statement. Once this semicolon complete, automatically remaining lines nowhere related to if or not. Okay, this in the remaining lines, is it possible to use this x? No, because this x is under if. Once a semicolon complete, if a block completes. If a block complete means in the remaining lines of the code, there is no chance. There is no, you can't use. Sir, you are declaring a variable, you are assigning a value, but in the next line, you are not allowed to use. Then what is the need of declaring such a type of variables? Are you getting? So, you are declaring a variable, assigning the value, but once a semicolon complete, in the next lines, you are not allowed to use. What is the need of declaring such a type of variable? Compiler will give left and right. Are you getting that? Okay, this say, sir, once a semicolon complete, if block already completed, in the remaining, x is not allowed, because x is a local variable of if block. That's why without the curly braces, we can take only one statement. That statement should not be declarative statement. By mistake, if you are taking immediately compile time error, you are going to get. Is it clear for all of you? Okay, this then you may ask one conclusion. Sir, without curly braces, okay. Whenever I am taking with curly braces, how it is allowed? Are you getting? Just whenever I am taking curly braces, now this one is nothing but allowed. How, sir? You may ask. Here see, if I can take curly braces, sir, if of true, if I can take curly braces, then there may be a chance of thousands of lines. Within the curly braces, there may be a chance of lines. in these lines, is it possible to use this X or not? Yes, that's why boss, there may be a chance to use this X in the remaining lines of the code. Whether remaining lines of the code is there or not, but there is a possibility to use this X. That's why compiler is going to consider, boss, you can use like, yeah, is nothing but this one is the valid. Are you able to understand? Without curly braces, only one statement is allowed under if, which should not be declarative statement. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, at this point. Add else part, conclusion 2. Else part under curly braces are, else part under curly braces are, else part under curly braces are, curly braces are optional. Else part and curly braces are optional. Without curly braces, only one statement is allowed. Without curly braces, only one statement is allowed. Only one statement is allowed under if. Without curly braces, only one statement is allowed under if. Which should not be declarative statement. Which should not be declarative statement. Are you able to understand it? So without curly braces, how many statements are allowed? Only one statement, which should not be declarative statement. Okay, take all these things. Take first one, valid. Second one, valid. But the third one, compile time error. Without curly braces, only one statement is allowed, which should not be declarative statement. By mistake, if you are trying to declare, compile time error you are going to get. Completed, right? Clear for all of you, right? If after SOP of hello, if after semicolon, like these are the things. Clear, right? Okay, that's all. Take a note. I covered one point about semicolon. Have you remembered? About semicolon I covered one point. Semicolon is a valid Java statement, which is also known as empty statement. Add semicolon is a valid Java statement. Semicolon is a valid Java statement. Semicolon is a valid Java statement, which is also known as empty statement. Semicolon is a valid Java statement, which is also known as empty statement. Which is also known as empty statement. Okay. So this is second conclusion. I mean, what we have related to if else. There is one small clarity. Let me explain. It's not a big conclusion. Whether you may aware or not, you have to cross check. Because yesterday one student asked this doubt. That's why compulsory you should aware this point. In the old languages, compilers are not that much strong. If you consider C or C++, somewhere old languages, compiler is not that much strong. But Java compiler is the very strong. Okay, one area I will explain here. See, sir, I am taking if of true. Sir, I am taking if of true. Sir, I am taking here else. If of true, some statement SOP of hello. Some statement SOP of hello, like, sir, else I am taking system.out.println hi. How many if statements are there? 2 if statements. But how many else statement is there? Only one. Can you tell this else are related to this if or this if? Huh? Is this else related to first one or related to second one or related to both. Some people are telling both. Single else for both if statements, no. For every if, one else is allowed. Second one or first one. You know, if I can take like this, in old languages, compiler will give left and right. Array, you are taking two if, one else. This else belongs to which if? First let me know, then only I can compile, otherwise I can't. Dangling else problem is nothing but you may heard in the programming languages. This type of problem is very, very common problem. Dangling else problem. Else is related to which if is always a problem. But Java compiler is not that much weak. Java compiler is strong in this area. Clear rule is there for the Java compiler. If anywhere else is there, so it is always related to nearest if. Are you getting? It's always related to nearest if. Then this else is related to which one? This if, not this one. Even though this else seems to be, it is under this. That's why don't feel this else is related to this. This else is related to this if only. Is it clear? Else is always, there is no dangling else problem in Java. So else is always going to be considered for nearest if statement, right? Are you able to understand? So this is add. Take a note about this one also. There is no dangling else problem in Java. There is no dangling else problem in Java. There is no dangling else problem in Java. In Java. There is no dangling else problem in Java. Next, every else is matched or mapped. Every else is mapped to the. Every else is mapped to the nearest if statement. Mapped to the nearest if statement. Mapped to the nearest if statement. That's all. This is about, so if else statement what we have. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is.